The Southeast governors hold a closed-door meeting in Enugu to discuss Nnamdi Kanu and other issues. Good day, everyone. Time without number, I have said that until the Southeastern governors meet to discuss about the release and demand for his unconditional release, that it will be very difficult and it will delay for Nnamdi Kanu to come out from the detention, because among the Southeast governors, there have been a verified fact and evidence that they are pushing for Nnamdi Kanu not to be released on time. Now, if they decide to meet together to discuss about the release of Nnamdi Kanu, it's an indication that they have come to a conclusion that indeed it is time for them to let go of anything that, whether beef or whether fear of power, fear of losing influence, I don't know what it could be that is making them before not to talk about the release of Nnamdi Kanu. But there is a very interesting thing that happened today. They met with Obasanjo in a closed-door meeting in Enugu State to discuss this particular issue. Now, before we go into the details of what is happening, let us go through this article step by step. This one is from Shara Reporters and it reads, Southeast governors hold closed-door meeting in Enugu to discuss Nnamdi Kanu other issues. This article was written on July 2nd, 2024. Southeast governors and some stakeholders are currently in a closed-door meeting at the Enugu State Government House, which is focused on several sundry issues, including Nnamdi Kanu, the detained leader of the indigenous people of Biafra. The meeting, which has in attendance all the 5 Southeast governors, also had the Obi of Onitsha, Igwe Alfred Achebe, and some other influential traditional rulers in the zone present. Although the agenda of the meeting was not made known to journalists, Shara Reporters reports that the current resurgence of killings by non-actors will be discussed as well. Shara Reporters had reported that Justice Binta Nyako, who is currently presiding the treasonable felony charge against Nnamdi Kanu, who is the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, has advised the federal government to seek a negotiated settlement with the detained Kanu. At the last hearing in Abuja, Kanu lawyer Nnamdi informed the judge, Binta Nyako, that his client was seeking to dialogue with the government to drop the charges. Referencing Section 17 of the Federal High Court Act, Mr. Ejimako said in any proceeding, the court may promote reconciliation among parties thereto and encourage and facilitate the amicable settlement thereof. But reacting, the trial judge noted that she had no problem with the parties exploring an out-of-court settlement if they decide to. Like Mr. Awo Mondo, the judge urged Kanu to approach the AGF, who is the proper person to negotiate with. Meanwhile, about 50 federal lawmakers drawn from all the political parties in the House of Rep had jointly written President Bola Tinubu to drop all the charges against Kanu for the interest of peace and unity in the country. The governors currently attending the meeting are Annex OT of Abia State, Hope Uzodinma of Imo State, Charles Soludo of Anambra, Francis Mwifuru of Ebonyi State, and the host governor, Mr. Peter Mba. Now, quickly, there are some things I want to draw your attention to. First of all, this is the very first time in the history, let me repeat that, very first time in the history where the Southeastern governors are meeting to discuss about the release of Nnamdi Kanu. It has never happened before, because some of them are doing on their own things. Some of them are jealous of Nnamdi Kanu's fans, his followers, and his power. Some of them are against Nnamdi Kanu because he is against the system of the democracy they are having there in the Southeast and entire Nigeria. So many of them are afraid of Nnamdi Kanu personally, because they believe that if you have people following you, almost 90% of the people from the Southeast, that if they did not do well, Nnamdi Kanu can do them something that they feel will hurt them. So they have so many reasons why they were not talking about the release of Nnamdi Kanu. But you know what? These people are not sleeping. Nnamdi Kanu issue is like a bone in their throat. They are not breathing, they are not drinking water, and it's not easy for them to spit out. Day before yesterday, Mr. Peter Obi, when he was urging or insisting that the federal government should obey the court order and releasing Nnamdi Kanu, Peter Obi said that it is very necessary for Southeast governors to be meeting for security issues the release of Nnamdi Kanu, as well as the development of Southeastern region. And this is after 48 hours, P2B asked them to meet together. I don't really know whether it was his statement that led to their meeting, but P2B asked them to meet day before yesterday. And today, they are meeting, discussing this issue. So, among them who were present in the Enugu state, there was the former president of Nigeria, Olusegun Obasanjo. Obasanjo, lastly, have been very interesting to issues regarding the southeastern part of the country. Sometimes he feels that he have to show remorse because of what really happened during the Nigeria and Biafra war and so on and so forth. However, I think that is what every other statesman is supposed to do. I'm seeing the same thing in the likes of Chief Edwin Clark of the Niger Delta, and also the Adebanjos of the Yoruba, and also people from the Middle Belt. These people are speaking in one voice. These people know where Nigeria is coming from. They know where Nigeria is going. And they understand that this system will not lead us to where we are going. So, another thing, aspect I want to talk about in this issue of Southeastern governors meeting about Nnamdi Kanu is that these people, absolutely, they see that if someone is greater than you, the person is greater than you. Nnamdi Kanu is greater than every governor in the Southeast. In fact, if you combine 3 governors, Nnamdi Kanu is also greater than them. In what aspect? I'm talking about influence. Influence is everything. Who are those listening to you? If you speak, who will obey? That is leadership. Nnamdi Kanu have that charisma. He has that spirit of leadership. He knows how to, to educate people. He knows how to use his words to tell you what you don't know, and you will start following him. These are the things that even the federal government, not just the southeastern governors, these are the things they are afraid of. Now, come to think about the issue of proscription of IPOB. In my last 2 videos, I accused the southeastern governors because this rain that is beating them, it started from them. Because of their greed, because of their selfish reason, they were afraid when Nnamdi Kanu says the IPOBs, there will be no election, nobody will go out to vote, sit at home on election day. They were angry. But come to think of it, let us call the spade the spade. If someone said on the day of election, you people should sit at home, that is not a crime. It's not a crime in the sense that it's a civil, it's a protest. It is a civil disobedience. Civil disobedience is like just a civil protest where people are protesting. It is not against any law. It is not against any law. So because of that, these people see that since Nnamdi Kanu can control a lot of people, this is going to affect our vote. It's going to affect everything we are doing. So the only thing we can do to stop this man is to make sure that his organization or association IPOB, let us proscribe it. Let us tell federal government to stop it. So if the federal government now proscribe IPOB, what we are going to do next is to make sure we affect the RS. We can start adopting them. We can start kidnapping them. We can start killing them. We will justify that they are criminals. That was the basis of the proscription of IPOB. Then, when Buhari then was the president, Buhari refused, even, you see Boko Haram, Buhari refused for people to call Boko Haram terrorists until the international organization started proscribing or labeling them terrorists. Number 2, for that matter, in the whole world. That was where Nigeria now come to their senses and begin to say, okay, Boko Haram is a terrorist organization. Now, the people doing banditry, I don't call them banditry. They are terrorists because what they are doing is terrorism. Going, killing people, doing all sorts of things, raping, entering people's farm, tearing it down. It is terrorism. And Buhari said that he can't proscribe these people. He said he can't. So, you people saw what was going on in the country, the game of interest, the game of tribalism, and you people decided to sell your own. You people decided to sell your own, and you sell your own for just a little change. And you pocketed it. And what is happening today? Who is suffering for it? It is you people. You are crying for insecurity today. You are crying for this. You are crying for that. But these are the things you people supposed to have used dialogue. And I used to tell everyone, no matter how you people cry from now till tomorrow, the only thing that will solve issues I'm seeing in Nigeria is referendum. And allowing people to go in their separate ways. As the people from the southeast are crying, people from the north are crying, the southwest, the middle, but everywhere. What is going on in Nigeria today is holistic. So it has nothing to do with a tribe or a region. It is holistic. And the earlier we realize that it is incompatibility tests that have come to play in reality, that is what is happening in Nigeria. We are not meant to be compatible based on our ideologies, our religion, our culture, education, value system. We are not supposed to be together. We are supposed to love each other, visit each other. Like me, I can go to Dubai, United Arab Emirates, Israel, every week. I will go, I will enjoy their country for 1 week, 2 weeks, I will still come back. But saying that I have to live, me, somebody like me, you say I should go and live in Qatar. I can't cope with their law. I can't cope with their rules. It's not compatible to my existence. It's not compatible to my character. I will violate the law and they will arrest me. They will put me in jail. So, if, for example, I love drinking beer, and you remember you are in Qatar, that you are not allowed to drink beer, that is a crime. So, when we are talking about value system, it's not because we hate each other, we love each other, but it's just that we amalgamated when we were not supposed to be amalgamated. That is where all the problem is coming from. And until we realize this, we will continue to suffer for what we don't know.